Hi, I had a ton of people ask me for the flan recipe, so here it is. Hope you like it. 5 eggs, 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk, and as you can see, you can use any brand. I'm using 2 different types. I'm using the Brazilian brand and the American generic brand. Then once you are done dumping the condensed milk into the blender, you're going to be using 2 cans of the condensed milk. So same thing, it's like empty, and you're gonna put milk in there. So again, 2 cans of sweet condensed milk, and after you put that into the blender, you're going to add 2 cans of regular milk into the can of condensed milk. It's just an easy way to measure. 1.5 cup of sugar. This is going to be for the sauce for the pudim or flan. So you just put that in a pan, and you're going to put 1/3 cup of water with the sugar here. It's just enough to make the sugar a little bit wet. So you put the water in there, and then with a spoon, you're going to mix it up. Enough to make a little thick sauce, and we're going to put this into the high heat. Until it turns into a caramel sauce. So you're going to put all of the liquid ingredients into the blender, and that's it. Now the sugar is cooking, so I'm going to show you how the sugar looks like here next, but it's super easy. So we're going to put all of this into the blender, and we're going to let it blend for a good, I would say 10 minutes. You have to let it blend for that long so the egg taste doesn't stay. So that's the only way that the eggy taste can go away. So you need to blend it for 10 minutes. So here we are blending for 10 minutes. Okay, so you want to get a regular glass baking pan and just put warm water in there. There, just putting some water in here. You know, warm water coming right out of your sink. There we are. Once you add the warm water in there, you're going to put the pudim pan inside of it. You want to make sure that the sides are completely surrounded with water on the outside to bake properly. So that's very important. So again, making sure that all sides are surrounded with warm water. And the sugar blends on high with that water until it bubbles into a caramel sauce. So this is how it will start. So on high, you do not need to mix it. Just let it sit there on high heat until it turns into a caramel sauce. And in the meantime, you can just go ahead and just blend the ingredients there in the blender for, again, probably a good 10 minutes. See here, the caramel sauce is starting to boil again. You just leave it alone until it turns like a dark caramel color. So just leave it alone. Caramel sauce is ready, so what I'm going to do here is dump the sauce into the pudim pan. Here we go. Sorry for the lack of light. Notice that with this video, the caramel looks a little darker, but it's not really that dark. With the caramel though, you have to be careful because it tends to burn very, very easily. Okay, so this video shows that like a dark caramel, but you don't want it to be this dark. It's dark because of the video. So you want it to be like caramelly, but not too dark and not too yellow. This is perfect the way it is right now. Can't see it. The light here is terrible, but you get a good idea of how the pan is going to look like. Again, completely covered in caramel. So now what I'm going to do slowly is dump my liquid flan into the pan. Slowly, so the caramel doesn't blend. But the caramel is kind of getting harder now. Here we are. We just dump everything in there. And now we are ready to bake this bad boy. I'm baking the pan with the water in there on 350 for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna lower the heat down to 320 and bake it for 2 hours. So again, 2 hours and 15 minutes on 350, and then 2 hours on 320. There you go, it baked for 2 hours, 320, and looks like it's ready. So what you need to do here is let it cool for about an hour, and after that you're going to refrigerate it for 3 hours. So cool for an hour and then refrigerate it for 3. Okay, so it's cooled down for 3 hours in the refrigerator. So you want to just kind of go around the sides with a knife just to make sure there's nothing sticking. But when you know it's not sticking, it's like when you can actually move the flan, as you can see, right? It's not sticky, it's ready to go. The sauce is nice and even. And now we're going to dump this into a platter. The process to do this is really easy. So you're gonna get a platter or a plate, put on top of it, and you're gonna turn around and see the flan. Right, so I did that. Hopefully it didn't break, but if it did, it's okay. It happens a lot. Let's try, see what happens. Ta-da, it's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful flan, perfectly cooked. There we are. And then, you know, the rest of the sauce that's kind of stuck in here, you can just dump it on top of it, and now you've got a beautiful pudim or flan, perfectly cooked and beautiful. See, that's how you make a delicious flan. As you can see, it's perfectly cooked, beautiful, ready to eat. A favorite at many parties, maybe a dessert for you to do on the New Year's. But again, perfectly cooked. It looks a little bit darker than it should. Let me see if I can just move that to the light a little bit, see if that makes a difference. Hopefully I won't drop this, but here you go. We've got the caramel sauce in there. Let's just put a little bit more light in here. Ta-da! Beautiful. Just again, let's put it back.